If your exams are coming up and your brain constantly feels so loud, like every second you're panicking, I just want to say that makes complete sense and you're not behind. Trust me, everyone is feeling the pressure, including myself. The problem is when that overwhelming feeling starts to work against you instead of working for you. And yes, I got my braces taken off and I feel like I lost all my teeth. That's what it feels like. But today we're here to talk about how IGCSE exams are coming closer. Like, my first exam is literally like a month away. Like, I'm sorry for saying that. Might have triggered some of you guys, but I had to say it. But okay, I think that being overwhelmed is not a sign that you're behind, that you're completely cooked. It's just a sign that your decisions right now are pivotal and they matter more. And when exams are close and times are getting a bit more anxious like this, you don't need more options that will clutter your headspace, but instead you need fewer options and lower friction, right? You need to make smart decisions. For example, scrolling, taking a break to enjoy, the last few weeks before exams are in full swing might feel like a good idea. It makes you feel good, it makes you feel relaxed, but that actually adds noise and makes you unprepared, which will probably make you feel a lot worse. And then the idea of locking in, it sounds really uncomfortable and it sounds like it sucks, but the more you do that, the less anxious you become. It gives you back control, which for those of you guys who like to control everything like me, if you have those sort of tendencies, doesn't that sound so great? The thing I love most about studying is that everything is within your control, like to a certain extent, obviously, but your results correlate directly to how much work you put in. And so essentially you can control your outcomes. Okay, but what I wanted to highlight was that this overwhelming feeling and anxiety is all just energy, and it depends on how you frame it, okay? When you stop treating exam stress like the enemy and start to use it to your advantage, you're gonna start to feel better soon, okay? One thing that I learned, and it's really easy to remember, it's called AAA. Basically, guys, remember this: action is the antidote to anxiety. If you feel stressed about exams, the best thing you can do to lift off some of that burden is to start working and studying, and you'll instantly feel better. Even if initially you might feel a little bit stupid for not memorizing content properly or forgetting about some stuff, at the end of the day, you're working towards your end goal, and that is always better than being stuck in the same place. Also, I have no idea where my mic is, so apologies if this video's audio quality is a bit bad. Now, during this very hectic exam season, motivation will not carry you through, unfortunately, because when stress is high, motivation is just not gonna work. And it's not really because you're lazy, it's just when you have a lot of stress, it kills your motivation. So instead of asking yourself every day, do I feel like studying, like can I really be bothered to do this, try asking yourself, what would future me be relieved that I did today? Because you never want to be in a situation where you get your reports back and you just really wish that you would spend more time studying. I personally believe in no regrets, but you only have no regrets if you give everything your full capacity. So for those of you who are completely so overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, I'm just gonna give you some of my really basic study tips that will hopefully give you a sense of structure and inspire you to start studying. But if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial, please comment down below and I can totally make another episode on this. Basically, what I do is flashcards and past papers. Obviously, it varies from subject to subject, but especially for science subjects, this is like your go-to method Basically, make flashcards on everything in the spec that you're unsure of. I would recommend online flashcards and making them yourself. Like, I don't think it'll take that much time, like 3 hours max. And then you can download the app on your phone so that you can do these flashcards anywhere. And the more you do this and the more regular you do this, the more it starts to become engraved in your brain. And this is paired with past papers, which are the key backbone of your revision. You want to be doing them really often to get used to the mark scheme and the questions. You're gonna already have a bank of knowledge from your flashcards, and also go over your mistakes more than once. By using this method, you don't just feel productive, but you're also familiarizing yourself with the exams, which will improve your confidence and inspire you to study even more. Another key thing I have to mention is that intensity is so overrated. I feel like a lot of people over romanticize, like grinding for 8 hours a day, like every single day. Or I know some people who like literally get no sleep because they're studying. I just think that's like a shortcut to burnout, honestly. And yes, exams are only a month away. Yes, you don't have forever. That doesn't mean that you're gonna sprint like the first 100 meters, you know what I mean? Like, make sure that you're building up a consistent routine and habit so that you can sustain it all the way until the exams start. Another extreme end of the spectrum, I guess, is basically cramming things at the last minute, like the last 2 weeks. The hardest thing I think about IGCSEs or GCSEs is that you have such a wide range of subjects that you're taking. Like, usually people take around 9 to 11. Like, you're just not gonna be able to cram 11 subjects, okay? Especially if you have essay subjects, that's gonna be a nightmare. Start early, but don't burn yourself out by trying to study past your limit. Like, remember, you're not trying to save your exams in one perfect day. You're just trying to stay in the game until the day of the exams. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, don't fight the feeling, but instead use it to your advantage and make it push you to study, okay? Locking in is not about perfection, it's not about intensity, it's about choosing where your energy goes, finding what actually helps and letting the rest go, because this is gonna take a little bit of sacrifice. You're not gonna be able to go hang out and have some fun for a couple of weeks, and that's okay, because I'm honestly so ready for that feeling when all my exams are over. That's gonna be so fun. That feeling in your gut, that feeling when your heart is beating so fast right now, it's not a sign that you are running out of time. It just means that now is the time to focus. Until next time, keep trying your best, because that is more than enough. And I'll see you in the next video.